How can a tiny creature that is literally no bigger than your fingernail blast out a sound that totally drowns out an elephant's roar or a jet engine's screech? And what is the ultimate secret that turns this fish's completely transparent body into a wide-open window straight into the mysteries of the human brain? That is exactly what is about to be uncovered in the next few lines. So the name of this absolute superhero of a fish is Danionella cerebrum, and it lives exclusively deep in the freshwaters of Myanmar. Ever since its discovery just a few short years ago, scientists have been completely obsessed with its totally transparent body, because you can literally see every single bone and nerve working crystal clear without any dissection at all. But the absolute biggest shocker came when researchers actually measured the sound of this tiny little fish. The underwater recording gear clocked a sound reaching a whopping 140 decibels. That insane number completely blows past the roar of an African elephant by more than 30 decibels, which tops out at just 110 decibels. If we were to put this level into an earthly context, 140 decibels is totally equivalent to a gunshot blast from up close, or a jet plane engine during takeoff. And even though this insane roar happens deep underwater, its acoustic energy is more than enough to literally damage the ears of any nearby creature if it were out of the water. This mind-blowing sound is completely exclusive to the male fish, never the females. The males drop these powerful calls during the breeding seasons, like blasting out a whole series of rapid sound pulses to totally charm and reel in the females from way far away through that murky water. The males also totally use this insane acoustic power to chase away other rival males from their territory. The second another male gets too close, the first one starts blasting out these massive booming calls to completely drive him away, and this behavior is literally just like what giant whales do, but in a body that is no bigger than 12 millimeters. So what is the exact organ behind this absolutely superhuman sound? It is a totally unique muscle sitting right next to the fish's swim bladder. This muscle contracts and relaxes at a crazy fast speed of up to 500 times in a single second, which is literally hundreds of times faster than a human can blink an eye. For every single contraction of this muscle, it strikes the swim bladder with massive force, and this bladder acts just like a natural resonance box. Since the gas-filled bladder vibrates and amplifies the impacts, it totally transforms them into powerful sound waves that blast out into the water, looking exactly like a giant reversed eardrum. This unique acoustic mechanism was completely unheard of in any other fish of such a tiny size. Most fish that actually make sounds are tens of times larger, which is exactly why Danionella has become an absolute exception in bioacoustics labs all over the world ever since the results dropped. But the story does not even stop at the sound, because the total transparency of this fish's body has made it an absolute treasure for neuroscientists. You can literally place the live fish right under a microscope and see its entire brain completely at work, without ever needing to cut any tissue or use any harmful radiation at all. This completely means that scientists are totally able to monitor the activity of live neurons inside the fish's brain while it swims, eats, and makes those sounds. For example, they can track a neural signal from the exact moment it fires in the brain all the way until it hits the acoustic muscle, and all of that is happening right in front of the researcher's eyes. Plus, this absolute transparency totally allows for studying human neurological diseases in an indirect yet super precise way. A whole lot of the genes that control how this fish's nervous system is built are incredibly similar to the ones found in humans, making it a perfect living model to test out brand new medications for conditions like epilepsy and Parkinson's disease. And researchers have already totally managed to genetically engineer modified strains of this fish that make its neurons literally glow in bright colors whenever they get activated. A vibrant green pops up for the cells responsible for movement, and a bold red lights up for the cells in charge of sound, looking exactly like a living piece of art inside a creature that is literally no longer than your fingernail. So if we compare this fish to absolutely any other living creature its size, the difference is just mind-blowing. Most living things at 12 millimeters do not make any sounds you can actually hear with the naked ear, while Danionella blasts out a sound reaching a whopping 140 decibels, which is literally double the noise level allowed in heavy factories. This fish then totally brings together two things that each seemed completely impossible for its size: a sonic power that totally outblows an elephant, and a flawless transparency that lets scientists actually see its brain working live. And research is still going strong to uncover even more of its wild capabilities, so who knows what other undiscovered biological secrets the deep waters of Myanmar are still hiding from us.